Hi everyone, and welcome to Wellbeing Wednesday. And so we're going to do a little mini meditation this morning on letting it go. And actually, this is what I was working on in my meditation today. First of all, how is everybody doing? I'm actually really busy and appear to be working harder than ever. So it was definitely a case of for me thinking, oh my god, I can't get it all done, I can't keep up with everything, I've set up new classes, that's great, that's more work, how do I keep up with it all? So when I sat down to meditate this morning, I thought, actually, I just need to let go, and that's going to be our theme for today. And it doesn't matter where you are, whether you are ridiculously busy because of lockdown, or whether you suddenly have loads of free time on your hands even. It doesn't matter, because there can always be in any situation an element of where we're holding on to something that's not serving us to our highest interest, and we need to let it go. So I thought that's what we do for our Wellbeing Wednesday today. So if you're joining in with me, take a few moments to settle into your chair or onto the floor. As I've said before, you don't need to be watching me while you're doing the meditation. In fact, if you're actually doing the meditation, you'll have your eyes closed. And so let your body settle into wherever you're sitting or lying down. Take a few breaths to start with. So take a few breaths and just start to notice the inhale and the exhale. Just inhale and exhale. And if you're ready to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. If you're not quite ready because your brain's a bit busy, that's okay. Just focus at a point on the floor or somewhere out in front of you that allows you to put your attention on something other than what's going through the centre of your head. And start to take those breaths again. So keep taking those breaths. And start to make them more conscious. So you draw in the inhale, you release the exhale. And you'll already start to notice that your body is relaxing a little bit more. So keep that going. Draw in the inhale, let go on the exhale. And just keep focusing on that. If your brain wanders, bring your attention back to the breath. You can either sense this, or you can tune in to, you can put your hands on your belly, that's another option. Or you can just focus on the one point, which is 2 inches below the belly button, and just breathe in and breathe out and have that visual. So, and it's only when we start to calm our bodies down that we start to be able to sift through what we need, what we don't need. So as you're doing that breathing, inhaling, exhaling, I want you to imagine the base of your spine, or you can travel to that point. So either see it in your mind's eye, or imagine travelling to that point in your body. And you're going to drop your anchor to the centre of the planet, so connecting your grounding cord. So from the base of your spine to the centre of the planet, a line of energy going in between. You might see a colour, you might get an image. So it can be anything. It could be like a tree, a ladder, a piece of rope. Whatever works for you, but you want to get that sense of anchoring. That gives the body safety, and it allows you to properly start to let go. So go back to the breathing, the inhaling and the exhaling. Tune into that grounding cord, and we're going to set that on release. So as that starts to let go, we can settle more into your chair or the floor, or if you're lying down. Keep taking those breaths and let the grounding cord do its job, where it starts to release. So this is going to be really good for just a gentle letting go of sort of what I think of residual or periphery things that you've just sort of picked up. Our auras can be like sponges, and even though we're not out and about and rushing around the world at the moment, we're still picking up things. You know, with energy there's no time, no space, so you can still be drawing things to you, connecting with family online. You'll be picking up emotions that they're going through. So at this point, just let go. Let your system decide what it's letting go of, what you're ready to release. And keep taking those breaths. Then we're going to do a little exercise. I want you to put out in front of you a basket, a box, whatever container or a bin represents to you something that you can throw things into. A skip, if you think you might have a lot of baggage to let go of today. So put something out in front of you and get a visual on it in your mind's eye, or a sense of it. If you're not someone that gets visualizations, that's totally fine. Get a sense of it. And I want you to start throwing things into that you don't need. You don't have to know what they are. You might get images, you might get thoughts as you get rid of things. But I want you to start crumpling bits of psychic paper and chucking them, I'm doing the hand signals here, and chucking them into that bin or that box. And you can let go of anything. And if you're not sure that you want to completely get rid of it, so maybe you're not using a garbage bin, maybe you're using a plastic container or something, you can put it away somewhere for storage. So what we're doing is we're saying, not right now. I'm letting go, not right now. These are things I don't want to deal with right now. So we're just putting in there anything that allows us to get some space back in the moment. So keep going. Just, it's that imaginary pulling out of your space, whatever it is, and putting it in there. You might see images, you might see flowers or books or balloons or anything. Anything. There's no rhyme or reason when we're doing psychic visual meditations. It's just using tools that work for you. So keep taking those breaths. Keep letting that grounding cord make you safe, make you stable, and release a certain amount of energy that way. And then keep that activity going where you're getting rid of things from your space. It's a really good time to spring clean. And if that box, that bin or that container gets full, if you're using a rubbish bin and you're like, yeah, I definitely want to get rid of that, just send that out to the edge of the universe. And again, have a little firework display of explosion out there while that goes. If you're filling up a container and you think that's full, I'm going to put the lid on, then I want you to put that in your own imaginary psychic loft. Somewhere where you don't have to focus on it right now. And keep taking those breaths. So what we find when we're doing these exercises is that anything that's actually our problem comes back to us to be dealt with, and we are able to deal with it in an easy, smooth fashion. When you find yourself grappling with a problem, issue, emotion that you cannot get to the bottom of, that you cannot solve, and you keep going round in circles, it's not your energy. And so at that point, we need to let go. And there's always a rule of thumb. If you let go and it doesn't come back, it was never yours in the first place to deal with. If you let go and it comes back, then it was something that you need to deal with, and there will be a pathway with that. That is your path of least resistance. So we're going to do one more container, box or bin, whatever you're using, basket. And just fill up with some more paperwork, bric-a-brac that you find in your space, old photos. These are all going to be symbolic of things that you're holding on to. So fill that container up. Take a few more breaths. And again, either take that container somewhere that you want to shelve it, imaginary sheds, lofts, but outside of your space. Or, if you're using a bin, send that out to the edge of the universe and watch that firework display of explosion. Take a few deep breaths as that's happening. And notice the lightness in your space. I'm doing it along with you and I'm feeling lighter. Take a few more breaths. We're going to just reground ourselves. We're going to go up to the top of our heads, up to the crown. Or imagine the top of your head and create a big golden sun. And in this golden sun, or you could use another container, you're going to fill up with all the things you want to bring in for yourself. So we've made space, we've let go of projects, people, places, events, problems, work colleagues. We've let go of all of that and we've created a bit of room in our space. So now fill up with the things that you want. Don't fill up with more problems, fill up with good vibrations. So maybe joy, peace, nurturing. You could put gifts in there for yourself. A holiday, even if it's just a holiday in yourself, or it could be things for when we come out of lockdown. So you could put goals in there, dreams that you want to achieve, that being in lockdown has allowed you to go, yes, I really want to do that. And it's given you more certainty, commitment and focus. So fill up that golden sun with really nice things for yourself. Take a few breaths and then pop it with a pin and let all of the good, bright, fresh energy come into your awareness, into your being, into your body, through the bones, the joints, the muscles, the organs, the fascia, the cells. Really fill up your space. With all that good energy. Draw that in. Fill up all the areas where you've let go. And allow that to emanate out of you, so you're shining your light. You're breathing your light. You're being your light. Literally being light. Just breathe all of that bright energy down through your grounding cord, filling up the space around you. Take a few more breaths. And then you're going to start to wiggle your fingers and toes, if you've got your eyes closed, ankles and wrists, knees and elbows, up into the arms, shoulders, thighs, hips, till you've got the whole body moving, so we're making it physical again. And the last thing you'll do is open the eyes. So welcome back, and I hope you feel a little bit lighter. You can use that exercise anytime, and all the meditations I put out there, they've all got psychic tools in them which you can use on your own at any point in time. All you need to do is sit down for 5 minutes and focus. So that's the end of our mini meditation for Wellbeing Wednesday today. I'm looking at running an hour-long meditation via Zoom. If that interests you, please put a comment below. We've had a little bit of interest. But I need a few more people to make running the group worthwhile. Doing an hour long is really, really helpful. It will give you more time to go in and change your vibration and set a vibration that's going to last you for longer. It's a bit like doing 10 minutes of physical exercise as opposed to an hour's class. You're going to get more maintenance out of that in the long run. So I really recommend doing that. If you're unsure, just PM me if you've got questions, and I will put an event out as well. So there'll be something concrete on Facebook. So that's all from me for today. Be well, be centered, and keep your vibration high. Take good care, everyone. Bye.